If you don't really like me because you can't beat me, then my job is to make it better and better. Looking for you, boy. Because you probably at the club and I'm probably at the arena at your hometown. I'm probably selling 21,000 tickets where you live. You probably at the club still. You probably is barking outside of your lane.
Yo, peace. Welcome back to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. I'm Carmelo Anthony here with my co-host.
You know what it is? Kazim Fami. You could call me Kaz.
You know what I'm saying? And it's your boy, I'm back. It's the Kid Mero, baby, the Human Do-Right Club. We're in the building. This is a Wave Sports and Entertainment Originals presented by FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Listen, man, these guests that we are getting. There's guests. You know what I mean? There's invited people that you come through and you have a good time, you have a good conversation. And then there's the guests. You know what I'm saying? Today, we got one of those guys.
Yes.
The capital T-H-E guest. Y'all know him as comedian extraordinaire, of course. You know what I'm saying? He's done multiple specials, multiple tours, arenas. You've seen him on TV, silver screen, small screen, digital screen, everywhere. He's a legend in the game. He's the GOAT.
Yeah,
man. Cat Williams, ladies and gentlemen, in the building. Here with us in the hood, Brooklyn. We're here, baby.
Yes,
Cat, what's good, man?
Welcome to the hood,
baby. Welcome to Brooklyn.
Thank you so much.
The energy changes when you walk in the room,
It's
man.
magnificent in Brooklyn.
Auburn asked me to go up, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel that way as well. Great vibe here.
Kaz, it's gonna be a good one. We love to begin every episode with something we call the Connect, right? Obviously, yourself, Carmelo, has some history, you know what I mean? We like to have the guests talk about the first time they either met Melo or the first time you crossed paths or anything like that. So what was the first time, linking with the Hall of Famer, number 7?
What was it like, Melo? Tell him.
Looking for an easier way to get that LLC next to your business name? Say hello to Taylor Brands. Just go to their site, enter your LLC state, choose your business name, answer a few questions, and that's it. Now your business.
I mean, we've been in a couple rooms. We've been in a couple areas, a couple environments together. I think at the time, you gotta think about the time period. We talking about mid-2000s, 03, 04, 05, 06, where hip-hop was at, where the culture was at.
Yes.
It was very intertwined at that point in time, right? So it was very rare that you just saw this athlete over here, just a comedians over here, rappers. No, you saw rappers, comedian, athletes all intertwined. So we talking about New York City, we talk about Atlanta, we use DC, like we talking about really on the road, and we just kept crossing paths. It wasn't like we just sat down and just chopped it up, but we really was just crossing paths. And I think that the energy that I had and I was moving with at that point in time, and the energy that Cat was moving with and where he was at in the game, and that's what we was actually relating to us from a comedic standpoint. So you gravitated to that, and then you saw him. He's around. You could talk to him. He's approachable. He's funny as shit. He's outside after the club.
You know
what I mean? Like he wasn't your regular comedian around that time. So that was kind of my connection with him.
Thank you, Melo. That was magnificent. See, that's really the way it was, just because I'm such a basketball fan, and the basketball players that I know them so well. So like I met Shaq when I was 16, you know what I mean? And the first time that I met him, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar answered his door. So it's like two basketball legends. I met Larry Johnson when I'm the same age. So I've always appreciated the fact that these superhuman characters that perform for us in the basketball arena also have to navigate a real life And we recognize greatness in the basketball world on and off the court. And Melo was always one of those top tier guys. So
making that parallel, bro, y'all both are kind of like in y'all respective fields, kind of like man of the people. Types, right?
Yeah.
Where people fuck with y'all, you know what I mean? Like the people, right? Like the culture. You know, people like to call it the culture, but it's really the people outside in the street. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Fuck with y'all and place y'all in like a very high esteem where like, you know, certain like outlets or certain media might not. You know what I mean? Like, why do you think that is? Is it just because it's like, yo, you just real all the time? It's like no bullshit and people see that and respect that?
We have certain requirements for our representation. So if we're gonna fuck with somebody, there's certain things there's a way we will hope they would carry it. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Melo always hit all of those boxes. As a basketball player, you didn't want somebody that was always doing too much. But you certainly couldn't tolerate somebody who was never doing nothing. And Melo showed you, you see what I'm saying? At each point where a fan base requires you to make certain moves or decisions based upon what it is you represent, we always recognize the people that do that the best. And that translates, you know, that make you a Hall of Famer in multiple lanes. You know, it makes a difference. Like,
That's a fact. When you say you're a basketball fan, like what drew you to the game? Like what was your initial, you know what I mean? Like, all right, like I'm locking in on this. Like this is my sport. This is my favorite sport.
all of my sports, I just require it to present me with an opportunity where I can do better than you might imagine, right? So basketball is a game that was designed to teach the gospel of Jesus Christ, that you could have 5 people together. If they were all on one accord, they could move like one machine and do this goal, right? And that's how it was designed. In basketball, I'm 5'5", so there's a whole realm of basketball I can't experience. I don't have any above the rim experience. On the other hand, I'm not Angel Reese. I'm 99% on my...
Never sue the other driver after a car accident. There's a better way to get paid a way bigger check without having to go to court.
Layups, because I can't afford to miss a layup. My layup is my dunk. You understand me? Right. So I don't care if the defender is 7'9". The taller and bigger he is, the more he cannot keep up with these first 3 steps I'm finna hit him with. So I don't have to focus on him. I have to focus on the next defender. Like, there are times when it looks like I have an easy layup, but that pass is supposed to be that outlet pass. You're supposed to delegate. See, these laws of basketball translate into business, into life, into, you know, the trust that you have to have, that you need your point guard to do point guard shit, and you need your center to do, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
The relationships, and so yeah, I appreciate that about basketball.
You know, in addition to that, we spoke on it earlier, but I feel like yourself, Carmelo, and, you know, Merrill spoke on you guys being people's champions, but you guys also occupy a space within the culture that I don't think a lot of people sort of get to, right? Like a lot of people either have sort of great moments or flame out, and, you know, I think there's been a level of consistency with yourself, whether it's television, music, movie, stand-up, Melo in his career. But within all of that, it's the way people talk about y'all outside of what you do that I think connects y'all the most.
That's
right?
the most important thing.
Yeah, it's like as men, as people, like you could enjoy what somebody does as an entertainer or as an athlete, but you have a different level of appreciation for them when you get to know them as men. And I think that's the same sort of like ecosystem y'all both sort of like occupy. So like that connect when y'all first met in like the mid 2000s, where, you know, and I'm just remembering what's happened, like tall tees and, you know, like all that.
I never wore a tall tee. I thought medium was too tall.
But you understand what I'm saying? It's like, you know, there's a certain level of authenticity that, you know, the people that swear by both of y'all.
Not a certain level. It has to be complete.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, it's not pretending like you don't fuck up. It's the fact that you don't lie, whether it's good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Regardless of how people may react or feel about it or any of that. Yeah, commitment.
And also people like we like to see people go through shit to see how they gonna come out the shit.
Because you picked the winner. Right? You picked the winner. So I feel badly for those that have aligned themselves with losers. It's a terrible position, but it's free to switch that.
At any time.
At any point. At any point, you can just go with a real winner.
Just take the loser setting off. You'll be good.
Yeah, but you know, it's people want to connect. People want to be able to say, man, he or she been through what I've been through or going through what I'm going through. We a mirror, you know what I mean? We also insight to how people, the everyday person, could actually look at somebody and be like, nah, you know what? I don't want to do that. Based on what we stand on and how we persevere through all of that.
Yeah.
Because if we go through this shit and we fold, then we ain't inspiring nobody. We actually motivating people to fold. If he did it in his school, then shit, I'm a fold too. I don't have to put forth as that much effort. Right? But if they see us go through the fire and still come through it and persevere through it and still stand strong and still remain or keep our integrity intact and our character intact, right? No matter what anybody say, our character is intact. And when you have good character and you stand on what you stand on, right, wrong, or indifferent, people could relate to that. And they have an opportunity to see it, the longevity in that. We talking about he's 3 decades in this industry.
Yeah,
I'm 2 decades into this industry. So when you get a chance to see the movie throughout, and you still get the opportunity to design your ending, that's what people can relate to. And that's why I feel like Cat is in that same situation.
In the driver's seat.
You gotta be in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
We done paid the bus, you know what I mean, the coins and shit. We done did that.
Niggas did that. Inside the back and shit.
We done did all of that.
Right.
You know, now we here get to talk about it in the godly fashion.
Right. So, Melo, obviously a Hall of Fame athlete. You obviously got some athletic exploits. You've been viral before viral was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Just out here.
Correct.
This 40-yard dash, though, is one of the first, most recent
Legit.
situations where you was like, yo, I really do this shit.
Okay, so here's...
It's hauling ass though.
No, sir. So I
So I'll say this.
I just ran a 4.4. So even if you just go to the beginning at it and pause. So here's the problem. I never wore cleats before. So this was my first time running in cleats.
That's different.
And running on
That's turf or grass. That's turf or grass.
Right.
Very different.
Turf.
It's definitely different,
So
for sure.
No, my knees should never be that high because I dig in when I run because I'm 5'5", you see?
Right.
But matter of fact, the beauty of me is I don't have to just have the conversation. Like We can go right in the parking lot, and in these pants and shoes, I can really show you the 4-4. That's the difference.
So no, this is what I tell you. You only know that if you gonna challenge him.
I don't need a challenger.
Yo, listen.
If somebody was dumb enough to line against me, that's fine. But I'm saying,
I see the shit. I
you
see
might as well
the
just do
And
it.
this is what I told you.
I love because you back
Back
the
it
talk
up. Yeah.
Niggas talk about they running 4-4, 4-5. Niggas ain't running that out here.
They talking about once in their life. I'm talking about every day, 5 times a day. I'm ready to race. Like I'm.
Use that kid in the neighborhood, like I'll beat anybody in the race.
When I'm in Los Angeles at the Lakewood Hop doing comedy there and at the Hollywood Park Casino, part of our festivities is after the show, I race any comers. Race after, I'm doing 11 races a night. Like, I'm legendary. Understand that. Understand, I don't. Not only don't I lie, I don't have the reasons for it. You know what I'm saying? Even when
the night is
even when like
This game, you're not ready for it.
You're in the middle of this beautiful sci-fi environment. And you're seeing intrigue, the espionage, the alliances form. The power that just shifts around. It's amazing to watch.
Simple actions can have massive effects.
You can cooperate with people, compete with them, make friendships, deceive them, betray them. It's amazing to think that it's just other players.
All lanes working 30 kilometers. Need to back up, burn off.
More players start coming. It just starts this complete cascade of actions, and you don't know what's going to happen.
Oh my God, here it comes.
It is a free-for-all. People get locked up and shot instantly. People start dying left, right, and centre. It's just something that you can't get anywhere else. It's just the rush like the one.
It's happening. Everybody's on this journey and writing their own stories, and that is probably the simplest way I can describe it.
Things continue to change and evolve. It's awesome. I love it. Part of Eve.
Like, understand, I'm never in shorts or in the shoes I'm supposed to be in or ready for the situation.
You coming fresh off stage.
Like, we doing this in streets. Like, I'm doing this in dress shoes. Like, no. I'm saying, it's the only reason we would be having the conversation. Why?
You got the shoes in the trunk? Like the
I don't need shoes. I don't need shoes.
And whatever.
It's not a requirement. We're going to go right outside of here. Like, it's not a requirement.
So this is what I tell you. Like you were saying before, we were talking about like the height thing. I coach youth football.
Yeah.
There's kids in there that's 5'5".
Yeah.
They run sub 4.5 40s. You know what I'm saying? Because they're light.
That's why when I said on Shannon that I ran that outrageous time, you just have to understand that was me. As a young person, I didn't smoke cigarettes or weed or drink or none of that. I was a real specimen out there. But I'm saying what's before you is 50-some years old doing that without breaking the sweat and like knock it off,
Shout out
man.
to you, because I need one of them
God
parachutes.
has given the blessings that He's given, so I don't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, I'm happy that I still got to get a good
Racing
stretch.
niggas after the show is wild.
Niggas
Because
that is laid down. They chilling.
on the athletic tip, staying there, you know what I'm saying? You linked up with Lethal Shooter.
Right. Lethal shooters with everybody.
You know what I'm saying? How
Lethal Shooter's out
what's
here
the
right
form
now,
like?
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, hold on. But if you're going to have Mello critique this form, I got to get a disclaimer first.
Okay, yeah, right.
Right.
Give us the context.
Right.
You set the tone.
All right. So Lethal Shooter is one of the greatest in the world.
Yeah.
Like, there's no denying that. My issue with basketball is I've broken every one of my fingers at least twice on each hand, right? So when I'm catching the ball, I'm trying to catch it in my palms and not on my fingers. And my fingers getting stubbed is excruciating. And so my whole shooting form and everything is tailored to that. And yeah.
So you shoot mostly palms?
Twice, like, so, yeah, I have an entirely different shooting form, but it's why even once I tore the 2 rotator cuffs, I can still get my shot off because it might be ugly, but the consistency of it is what you can't deal with.
That's what I told my kids.
And I'm getting all the rebounds. You're not gonna beat me to a rebound. Like, I'm gonna get 2 shots for every 1 shot of you anyway. Like,
That's it. Hey, the jump shot is one thing, but I think y'all ran 94 feet, just racing just now.
No, it's nothing. Like,
and you dusted the Lethal Shooter in this one. Like, we get to that part?
Y'all never seen this.
We weren't really ready. Look, I'm doing these without dribbling. Did you notice? I'm not even dribbling at the foul line.
Nah, this is the
So I swung up and let him catch right there, but then I show him the jet. No, this is easy work. It's a procedure. Yeah, you can't beat him. It don't matter.
Chris.
No, don't talk like that. He'll smoke you too. Here, I'm saying nobody in here can. I'm saying don't clown him. He ran as fast as he could.
Nah, man, I gotta stretch.
There's no beating me.
If I'm one thing is self-aware, I know that I'll get dusted by everybody in this room.
I can see it on
40-yard dash.
Yeah, I'm saying he did a good job. But more importantly than that, he's a helpful guy.
Yeah, big time.
You know what I mean?
Love that
And
guy.
so I couldn't allow him to change my shot.
So he worked within.
He helped me see things that I never would have seen. I played basketball my whole life. I never once in my life thought, did I catch this ball with the seams the right way? I didn't even know the ball had seams.
You're not even counting them on the fingertips.
Why would I cough on live? But yeah, he taught me a lot of things that were super important and immediately helpful. And so
Talking about like rotation, because it wasn't mechanics. You said like he didn't fuck with the form because it's a painful thing, but it was like mechanics. Yo, aim at this.
No, because I was commenting that he's like a machine when he shoots, right? And he was showing me how to be aware of the things that I wasn't aware of. So I shoot better off balance. You know what I mean?
Because of your form.
Because, right.
Yeah.
So
Halliburton.
my whole thing is, if you set a pick for me, I need you to actually touch the defender, because if you will just touch the defender, I'm past him by the time that happens. You see?
Right, so quickness.
Right, and that's the only thing I got. And the fact the shot is ugly, I just don't get blocked because you're not even thinking I'm shooting. There's no shooting motion taking place. I'm dribbling here and shooting here. So, good luck with that.
You got the short Marion.
Right. But, yeah.
It's an unorthodox release.
Word.
It's hard to defend that.
It's like the Papa shot shit, bro. Just flicking it up. Like, but it goes. I always tell people, like, you remember in school when it was like the students versus the faculty? And like the science teacher would have a crazy jump shot, but it would go in every time. You know what I'm saying? The form would look crazy, but it would go every time.
I'm envisioning him coming off a screen and shooting
like that. Like, wow. You know what I'm saying? It's just straight net. That shit get you fucking mad. Nigga, what? Oh,
yeah, it's my only free opportunity. Where somebody's not gonna block the shit out of it right there. Yeah.
You are very impressive, man. Like you like the man of many trades, though. You faster than niggas. You out there shooting with Lethal Shooter. you run it in the parking lots. Like, you impressive, Chad.
After the show, it's the most interesting man alive.
Standing on it. That's why it's impressive and it's honorable, because you stand on it. You know what I mean? A lot of niggas to say you can't beat me 1-on-1 and then don't do it, but you stand on it. You impressive, Chan. You like a real athlete. You like one of the little niggas in the hood though that all they jumping off the mattresses. They on the monkey bars. They like everywhere. They go.
That's what I said, yo. I'll race
baseball.
you.
They play football, soccer,
Every sport.
They playing rock ball. Like it's you was that.
Nigga come around with a tennis racket. You like, where the fuck you get that?
Every sport. Every sport.
I wasn't allowed in my childhood. I wasn't allowed to experience any.
Doug. Okay, here's what you want to do. Save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
Are you a caddy?
No, I'm a Doug, and that's a Limu.
Okay, I'm gonna putt now.
Okay, I'm gonna watch you putt.
Athletic moments. So, I had 6 or 7 coaches come to our house and my parents wouldn't allow anything. So I learned from reading so many books that the preservation of your inner child is responsible for dictating how long you live. Because there are certain things that your childlike self would like and expects and would like to see and would be excited about. You still maintaining that and being able to foster that as you increase in years is just super helpful. And you understand that the more books you read, that, that's the preservation of life. Who gives a fuck what age you are, that's why health is wealth. You see, it's the ability for you to smile and go out in the sun and enjoy the things that are free. You gotta have enough money to do the free stuff. You see? And so all of that is tied to your childlike self. The things that matter to you, then you have to constantly feed that and give that the freedom to try something and not do well at it, and then figure out, why didn't I do well at that? Well, I could quit, but I could also try to get better. How could I possibly get better? What would make this a better situation? And so carrying that with you in each of your endeavors, that's what I'm trying to show to the people that I represent.
And that's honorable, brother. Like, honestly. That's respectful. Let's keep it on that note though. Let's keep it in that tone. Like we have something here that we call like the 7 p.m. moment. As a player, 7 p.m. usually the time it was for me to lock in, getting ready for a game, getting ready for a moment right before the ball go up. So we use 7 p.m. moment on this show as a way for our guests to kind of just take us back to a very specific time or a crossroads moment in your life and your career that really made you a game changer, or it was very game changing in your life. Like, what was that 7 p.m. moment for yourself?
Part of what makes me such an optimistic person, and part of what fuels the fact that I appear unbreakable, is I attempt to make every moment a 7 p.m. moment, and to imagine that it might not ever go past whatever this thing is. So it doesn't matter if it's movie or TV or stand-up or an interview or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Each of these might be the last time I get a chance to do this particular thing. And I'm trying to capture that moment, a mental picture and a mental movie of this, only because my initial list of things that I wanted to do in my life, I had probably done that whole list my first couple of years in Hollywood, and then I had another list, and then I crossed everything off that. So I'm on my 3rd or 4th list. It's important to keep your dreams current with your life.
like Champ said, like you're an interesting dude, man. You do a lot of different things. What are some of those things on that list that you're talking about? Like that you've done and that you've yet to do?
So even with purchasing the military base for the movie studio and the 60 million that we have, going to work out there at Fort McClellan in Anniston, Alabama, this is a guy doing a movie studio who's in the movie business, you see? So I'm not just complaining about situations because you can't just do that. You gotta be able to give income and jobs and support. You gotta be able to, if you're really in the league like that. And so it was important for me to get a place where we can just do great movies and there is no casting couch and no demonic rituals you gotta follow, and you don't have to bring baby oil and...
Want the fastest working GLP-1? For half the price, Rome now offers...
Nothing that might compromise you, and there's nobody judging you. It's just a place that makes really great movies, and you can come there and do that. And so Kemet Movie Works is that. And so the fact that it is so beautiful and important is important to me. By the same token, when I was growing up, I was a speed reader, and then in our class, we were able to take speed reading, and I was top of the class. So I understand that when I tell people like I done read thousands of books, they're like, sure you have, but they don't think you owned thousands of books. Like I owned thousands of books. Like I'm not having a conversation because because all of these things are important. Like, because of the quality of the things I was reading, like, I'm getting something from each of these. Like, I'm learning something from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm having a whole experience. I'm seeing how people operate under duress. Like, I'm reading Winston Churchill's biography. I don't know who he is, but I'm finna explore his life. You know what I'm saying? And so, that's why I try to have all 7 p.m. moments as much as possible, because we know that life ain't promised. We know how lucky we are that we woke up every morning, thanks to God. But a lot of times we get so busy, we don't act like that, right? Mm-hmm. But the way he done blessed me my entire life and kept me, you follow what I'm saying? I've been arrested 35 times, you know what I mean? I'm out here talking to you, you know what I mean? I got 19 assault and batteries, you know what I'm saying? This is a Daniel in the Lion's Den type story he's been able to take me through. Right. And I've just had to be faithful, you know? I make sure that I'm as impeccable as I can be. And when you make mistakes, be accountable, you know?
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Speaking about making that's perfect, sir. Yeah, I'm sitting here like going to church.
That's a fact.
God is
Stay
important.
mellow.
Stay mellow. Stay mellow.
Pray. And speaking of Kemet, you said that it's a place where people can go and just kind of create, right? Which is which is real rare. You know what I'm saying, nowadays. You know what I mean? Because of like the industry, the way things work, gatekeeping, all of that. What was the impetus for you to start creating this, to go down there, make that investment in Alabama, open up that studio, you know what I mean, and invest back into your craft, into comedy,
and the community.
Well, if comedy is my craft, then we have to be realistic and realize that Hollywood was in large part built on the back of comedy. The fact that no matter what color you were or what your ethnic group, if you did a funny movie, people responded to that, and that was important in our business. As far as black movies are concerned, there's not enough of those as it is because they all require a trauma base. So in order to do a movie with black people, something got to be happening to somebody. You see? And our white counterparts can make a movie about
fucking golf.
Us going out
to the
for the
store.
weekend for this wine tasting and the hilarities that ensued. You know what I mean? And so understanding both of those lanes and being in that world, it was just important that there be somewhere that people could go. But by the same token, it's why I would experience a lot of opposition as well, because nobody cares about the guy that's trying to help other people in real life. So they were not really fans of Nikola Tesla while he was here because of, you know, the fact that he was honest. He didn't say he came up with his ideas. He said he went to Egypt and got the information, and he said that he studied that in the Sumerians and came up with it, and he wanted to just give free energy to the world. And as soon as they knock him off now, everybody can make billions of dollars off of energy, and everybody can have an electric company, and, you know. So this road is a dangerous and hazardous road, but it has all the benefits as well. So,
you know, in addition to that, I feel like in the same sort of spirit of creating the studio.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone with an idea and a drive to bring it to life. Describe what you want and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one.
Stand-up comedians, I think now more than ever, are more than just guys telling jokes. They kind of follow your philosophy. They kind of, you know, when they want to make sense of all the craziness happening outside, they look to you guys as more of like the modern day philosophers. So,
well, they don't have to be.
Yeah. Okay.
They don't have to be.
Too.
There's okay.
They could be a goofball. See, there's room in comedy for goofballs.
Right.
Like, we don't need everybody talking about the same stuff
for
I
you,
be talking
that's what I'm
about.
saying, but I mean for you specifically.
Oh, for me specifically.
For you specifically, people follow you in that sort of vein where, yes, you're entertaining, yes, you're comedic, but also, as I mentioned earlier, you live by a specific code that is infallible to even get into your eco space. How much more important is it, that part of it, as far as like people following you and your philosophies just on life, in addition to just being an incredible comedian on top of all that, and the businesses that you've run on top of all that? How do you kind of find that balance?
There's no need for balance that is well balanced. You see? I'm a public official. So everything I do is for the public's perusement. So my job is to do the best that I can, to try as hard as I can to figure out what are the things that I could do that would add and uplift this, and then doing it. And so as a facilitator, as a vessel, my job is easy. Like, I can stay committed because I'm only representing authenticity, and I am showing that as well. So it's not very difficult to walk the walk and talk the talk. As a facilitator, as a vessel,
I feel like you typically like
my job is easy.
like you speak
Like,
truth to power every
I
time.
can stay
You know what I'm saying?
committed because I'm only representing
you know what I mean? Like,
authenticity,
it goes
and
a
I
little
am
bit
showing
out there,
that
viral,
as
whatever you
well.
wanna call it.
So it's not very difficult to walk and talk. As a facilitator, as a vessel,
I feel like you typically like
my job is
like you
easy.
speak.
Like, yeah, I never. The blessing with me is I never have a bad intention. It's always for a reason, like, regardless. And if the truth is involved, then I'm not even allowed to be worried. What would I be worried about? It's those that traffic in falsehoods that gotta worry about me, because I'll say something. You see?
Right.
Right. So you don't be scared of your own dog.
Okay.
Speaking of that, you just had, speaking about serapia moments, right? And speaking about, you can't be afraid of your own dog in a sense. I actually love that quote.
Because I love my dogs.
Yeah. But you had a moment on Club Shay Shay, a couple months back, and that right there was a moment that kind of shot a shooting star for Shannon, right? And just that ecosystem of conversations. And you were very candid, but you were very peaceful while you're saying these things, right? A lot of kind of sound bites came out of that. That single moment, to me, like I said, changed Shannon's whole conglomerate that he got going. But it brought more awareness and more attention. Maybe more
biggest
than
interview of the year.
That was one of the biggest ones, I would say.
The biggest interview in YouTube history. So those aren't the same things.
They're not the same things. But even with that being said, I don't think he was ready for that moment. Like, how did that, from an outsider, how did that change his life at that moment? And how did that change your life at that moment? Not your life in general, but at that moment, how did life change?
The interview had to go to somebody. If I know beforehand what I'm capable of delivering, then I also know to be judicious in who I'm picking to get that. If I know Cat, he's only comfortable if he got the drop on you when he come to get interviewed anyway, because he wants to make sure that you don't flip on him. But all Shannon was gonna get was a blessing, and that was all I was there to make sure that happened.
You ain't got to drop on anybody here, do you? I need no blessing. This is the blessing. This is the blessing part of those interviews, This is the blessing part of that podcast.
Right. Well, I'm saying in my personal business, you can either do the dirt or you can know the dirt. I'm one of the chosen high-ranked know the dirt individuals, right? And so dirt responds as they should when the vacuum walks in.
Come on, are you a rapper? You rapper?
I'm saying currently. But my point was that I came to deliver an interview having seen some of my competitors and peers get on that same court and do a performance that involved my name. And so once 6 or 7 of you have made this same violation, it's my job as the king to show up and chastise thee. This is my job. I'm supposed to come in and restore order because that's my position. The fact that it's ignored by the clowns because they're all in the same frat, comedically, like, that's all well and good. I don't care nothing about none of that. But the job still needs to be done. And if God lets me know it's a good time for that, that's how I'm going to write it up and deliver it. So I didn't know anything Shannon was going to say. I didn't know what questions he was going to ask. Like there was no conversation. Like,
right.
Yeah.
What was the impetus behind that? Like, what made you say, like you said, like, you basically answered the question already, but what made you say, all right, man, enough is enough? I've heard y'all say this and that and mention my name, or you know what I mean, and it's all false. I gotta come up here and set the record straight. Did you go up there with that intention, or was that something that just happened naturally through the conversation?
If there is a God side and the other side, if there are moral things and things that are immoral, if there is this side or that side, it can't be left up to thought process. I'm an enforcer on this side. I'm not only on God's side, I'm active, right? And so comedically, that means that, you know how sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me? Mm-hmm. We traffic in words. Mm. I can get up with these words and end your legacy.
We've seen it.
I don't care how long. Right, because if it's built on sand, it just is.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to feel any type of way by exposing your hand. That's how this game works. Mm. I don't mean to break your ankles, but if I cross you over, I just did, didn't I? Take it how you want to take it. Don't get mad at my little celebration.
It's a reason. I ain't with lightning on here.
I got an active pineal gland.
That eye's powerful. Let me tell you something, man. Like, the fallout from that interview, it almost felt like prophecy for a lot of people. Like, it was my first time hearing those things.
Yeah.
And I didn't do no Googles or wasn't really in social media or keeping up with any of that stuff. I look at it and be like, it felt like prophecy. Like, as the year went on, things that you said in that interview, headline after headline.
You mean like Diddy going to jail or TDJ stepping down with one?
I mean, it was all there. It was all there. And then, like, every time you see, like, hashtag Cat was right. Cat's right. They have the clip.
I'm only trying to tell the truth.
Where did you get a day, though? Cat was right.
I don't look at it like that. I don't own the information. I'm very firm that I'm on God's side. So consequently, it's never a problem trying to be humble. I'm always humble. Like, I know I ain't shit. I know why I'm special. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I connect to that source every day. Me and God are in a conversation about this adventure that I'm on and how this can go, and him giving me these opportunities, like with this Shannon thing, to speak globally and to show the fact that my words and your words are not the same. I can say some things articulately for a long period of time and still be saying something. And at the end of the day, little boy, nobody's checking for you because you're not liable to say nothing.
Right. So
You're either not allowed to say nothing because of the relationships you have in business, or you're not man enough to do it, or your friends is bitch ass niggas, so you feel allegiance to, but for whatever those reasons are. Neutrality is what you don't get to have. Pick a side. Right? And so when I'm talking about these Illuminati conversations, that's just to get those things out there in real conversation. I didn't invent these things, and I'm not the reason they exist. But my job as a public official is to find out what the truth is about things and reveal that to us that care about that sort of thing.
So you want to launch your own business? Well, have you heard about the 3 essential steps you need to take before you launch your business? Let's take a look at them together. First, protect yourself. Set up an LLC to keep your business and personal stuff separate. Do it with CHiLL Brands. It's super easy. Go to their site.
Why is it that there's not as many people like you that will come out and say, yo, listen, I don't give a fuck. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Because they'll kill you. And it's not a joke, and it's not like, no, because a life doesn't mean anything to them. It's easy for them to do. They're adept at doing a ditty, getting rid of you and not having no handprints on it. Like this This is how they traffic. And so you will have to really not be scared. Not be acting like you're not scared. You'd have to really be too stupid to be scared. You see what I'm saying? I'm backed by God, so I don't even know how to have the fear you need me to have.
But is that stupidity? That ain't stupid if you backed by God.
Hey, I just put it out there for the idiots to have something to grasp onto. But what I'm saying is, if my only belief is in God,